Hello twin flames, welcome to my channel and welcome to your daily energy check. Let's start with an oracle card. We'll get straight into the reading today. Please remember that even though I'm traveling, I'm still available for personal readings if you're interested. And of course, we have another big astrological event happening these coming days on October the 2nd. Going to be a partial solar eclipse in Libra, and we'll talk about that in a dedicated reading, most likely tomorrow. We'll see. And if there is a day when I don't publish a reading, everything is fine. It's just because of my travel plans. Just wanted you to know. Okay, so we've got the angel therapy deck, so get some advice from the angels. What do we need to know? And we're starting with the divine feminines. The God box. Ooh, I love this practice. This is so good. Write any worries, concerns, or desires on a piece of paper that you put into a special container called God box as a way of letting go and allowing the divine to help you. You know, they say, let go and let God. That's essentially what it is, but in a more tangible way. And a lot of times we need that because, well, this is the density we live in, and for our brain, it's a lot easier to really let it go and surrender to the God's will when there's a physical representation of it, like a ritual. That's why really we need rituals. You know, for some people, for a lot of people actually, it's hard to just put your consciousness into a different state or transform somehow, right? With the physical ritual, it's easier to do. Ascended masters for the masculines. Powerful, loving, and wise spiritual teachers are watching over and guiding you. Beautiful. And if there is a specific one that you're drawn towards, then definitely this is a time when you're asked to contact them and to ask questions, to ask for guidance, or to express gratitude, you know, either way. It's another wonderful day in Patmos Island in Greece. Love it here so much. It's still pretty hot. Like even the temperature shows that it's like 24 degrees Celsius, which is very mild if you think about it, but it feels like 28 or maybe even 30 when it's in the sun. And of course, I'm posting everything on Instagram. You can find the link. I don't know if I provided it on the channel, but if you go to my website, then definitely there are links over there. Or if you're subscribed to my newsletter, which you can also find the link to do that in the description box, then I provide links over there as well. All right, let's start. Bottom of the deck, 7 of Wands today. Just like fighting for something. There's a fight. Some kind of value or belief system has been interrupted, disrupted, challenged by someone for once, maybe around love and union and what that means. You know, a lot of times we face that when we start talking, and you know, if you're on a twin flame journey, you know how many peculiarities it includes, right? Like it's not the same as any other karmic connection you may have, or you know, the soulmate connection. So for people outside of that journey who haven't really gone deep into it, a lot of it may not necessarily make sense. And I mean, when people are challenging what you think, what your beliefs are around it, it's not always because of their ego, right? They have their agenda. They want the best for you, right? But a lot of us still live in the idea that, you know, somehow maybe I had more experience than you. That means I'm legit to tell you what you're supposed to do here, right? Or to challenge your belief system because clearly you're not with your person and I am, you know, so I know what I'm talking about. Like there's so much of that going on. And of course, there's still so much of societal conditioning that it's just, I wouldn't necessarily, from a personal experience, I wouldn't necessarily recommend to try to fight it or persuade them. Otherwise, I would just be more selective in what I'm sharing, you know, or at least like build boundaries around it, but in a healthy way where I say, no, this is my space, I know what I'm doing, it, you know, I feel good, I see progress, and that's the main thing that matters. So keep your thoughts to yourself, kind of thing. Feminine's energy, your energy is Page of Wands, clarified by Four of Pentacles. Yeah, this is opening up to, so going outside of your comfort zone, even if a little bit today. Where can you go outside of your comfort zone and try something different? Or try doing things in a different way that you're used to. Especially if you get a signal to it, you know, maybe you have a friend who's like, well, today instead of, you know, like this is our girlfriend time, but instead of doing shopping, like maybe let's do, I don't know, let's go on a hike. And you're like, what? I'm not gonna enjoy that. Like, I just want to relax and all that, you know, but maybe give it a try. Maybe you'll see how relaxing hike can actually be in that example. Something along those lines. It's not that big, but it's something that will actually bring enlightenment to you, bring important insights to your current reality. For masculines, wow, two major arcanas, the Judgment and the Chariot. In both of them, there is like flying and movement. Judgment is not usually like that, but it is in this deck. So masculines are being enlightened in terms of where to move next, like, and that they are supposed to move. You know, it's like right now it's time to take action, to go. And it's a lot to take in. That's the main thing here. These are major revelations that they're getting, that it's not easy to just get on board with it right away. They may have to, but even in that case, it's not going to be easy. The brain will still need time to catch up, to catch on to that. But it's like, this is the opportunity of a lifetime, and you have what it takes, right? Like the biggest enlightenment that I'm hearing is about them recognizing the capacity that they have, hearing it, seeing the signs from the universe that that's the case, how special they are, and that they aren't supposed to just be sitting around with it or play small, have a mediocre life. No, it's supposed to be big. It's supposed to expand. And if anything, at least they should stop resisting it. They should stop pushing those opportunities away. Additional question, we have Two of Cups clarified by Nine of Cups. Beautiful. In Two of Cups here, there's almost like a crowning moment of a noble knight. And then the celebration, you know. So there is this moment when what I'm getting is that both twins feel like it's going to be a celebration, and that getting together with that person is the biggest reward of them all. You know, like, this is, how do I say this? This is like a recognition of certain past that's been, certain work that's been done, right? It's like a big milestone into something new. A recognition of not just the potential, but how much has already been done in this lifetime. What do feminines need to know here? The strengths clarified by Six of Pentacles. Yeah, for the feminine, it will be about how much strength they've shown in their path of service and helping people, you know, becoming a true light worker and actually putting themselves out there, right? Even if it's not always the most popular idea or people don't get it at first, right? It's still going for what you believe is true, having the courage to pursue it. For masculines, Two of Wands clarified by Seven of Wands. Another Seven of Wands, look at that. For masculines, it's the ability to follow that path that they see. And I think it's very much connected to what we just saw. But this is minor arcana. This is like overcoming, of course it has to do with the connection as well. It's like overcoming the talk of other people and maybe even the inner critique, you know, that's not trusting the situation, right? Like overcoming that within and without, and be able to stand for what feels right, sticking with it, sticking with that journey. How the feminine seeing the connection at this time? Five of Swords clarified by Nine of Wands. Yeah, there's still the fear of rejection, being left alone, of this not making through the trials and tribulations of life. So feminine goes within to work on this. This is a minor arcanus on the other hand. So this is something that's really, it's the brain program. It's the, it's like a self-sabotage. And again, 9 of Wands is that moment of fear before we get the results that we were looking at, before we get to the finish line, before we accomplish what we put ourselves up to, right? It's like that last moment before the dawn. Almost for some it could be in dark night of the soul before the sun comes in for real. Speaking of solar eclipses in Libra. And then for the masculines we see 6 of Pentacles clarified by the moon. Another 6 of Pentacles. We saw it for the feminine, so this is definitely a synchronicity. And the masculines continue to be like both of these actually, like this is literally the synchronicity is what we saw for the feminine energy. And we know that that's what's manifesting in real life, so they're able to see that. And the moon is the ultimate feminine, divine feminine energy, right? So it helps the connection, and the example of the feminine is helping masculines embrace their gifts as a light worker and, you know, have that nurturing, kind energy within themselves, not necessarily wanting for someone on the outside to do that for them, including the feminine. And it may seem like such a good thing at first, but if you think about it, that's another aspect of being wholesome in your own right. And for masculines, a lot of them don't really know how to do that when it comes to feminine energy. And that, you know, I can break it down on many different levels, physical and going into emotional, of course, and energetic. But what we want essentially, even as feminines who are trying to get together with them, is for them to find that harmony within themselves, so they don't look for that external validation or completion or support like a crutch, because in that case that means they're lacking that there is a void. And until they heal it and they find a better way to deal with it and replenish their own needs, it's gonna be a codependent connection with another person, whether it's a divine feminine or anyone else. Okay, I hope this was helpful. I'm gonna finish here, maybe spend some time on the beach. I love you guys. I'll be back very, very soon.